light in here gets kind of yellow from the one lamp. Hey, we're live. Hey, good morning. 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. Hope you're doing well. I am Greg, Mester Scrum Master and Agile Coach. My glasses are a mess. Oh, Jerry. Jerry's the last surviving puppy in the house. So yesterday, I had to put Betty dog down. So she's gone to heaven or wherever the dogs go. And hopefully she's in a good spot out of pain. And so now we got Jerry. I gotta fix your sweater, big boy. So this guy still got Jerry. He's got the squirrel. He loves the squirrel. So he loves this toy. 2 seconds, the squeaky toys are gone. So we got him a new squeaky toy. I think that's an old one though. It's a typical classic child. Go play with the old toys and not the new ones, right? Anyway, what am I here about to talk about today? I want to talk about working with people to get greater change. And tell you a story about something I was working with somebody on another start helping out with some coffee shops and doing some agile thinking and just chatting how we do in an agile world when you work partnerships. So I want to share that with you and how that applies to coding and anything we do in Scrum and Agile. So, and get the bigger change, actually move the needle. That's the idea, move the needle. So with that, I am Greg, Mester Scrum Master and Agile Coach, and here on the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show, we talk about Scrum and Agile. And I got cats walking around here. In a practical and tactical way, so you can bring value to your customer, not work crazy hours, get home to customers, get home to home, hopefully not. Get home to your family and friends, enjoy life, enjoy the time you have with friends, and hopefully stay healthy. But I got to get healthy. And then you can play with the little puppies. Like Jerry and Bubbles, who are fighting this morning. I'm just waiting for them to take the world out. So anyway, so the other day, again, Betty passed. So we won't have Betty as a co-host anymore. It was a sad day yesterday, so I kind of didn't do a show. I was kind of exhausted. Everyone wanted to, take time off and don't do this and that, and got some stuff done. I'm like, take it easy. I tell you one thing, I collapsed after 7 days of doing all-nighters and stuff like that and watching it and the stress and everything. But she's good now. I can tell you about that experience too. That might be morbid, but about customer service. Maybe we cover customer service conversation later on. Probably should. It's classic. Anyway, so the other day, working on getting into the coffee business with a friend, business partner or a friend of mine that I know. And we were talking about shipping and packaging, how do we want to do it? And we were just asking my normal coaching questions like this, that, how's this? I know a lot of times I know the answer. I just ask the question because I want them to visualize it in their brain, what they're saying. And I want to hear it from them, what they're thinking. Okay. So I engage with these questions with people more of to get them thinking, right? Get them thinking about opportunities, things out of the box. And this is what I was doing. And as we did that, how would you do this? How would you do that? What's this? What does that do? Some of them are very basic questions. They could be annoying. To be honest with you, I asked some kind of really elementary questions I kind of know, but I want to know exactly from them because they're the expert, right? And same thing in coding. I don't necessarily know all the nuances of coding, but I know what questions to ask, just the ideas, those power questions, right? Why do you do that? What result does that have? And what would the result if you thought of something different? And those thoughts generate the mind to think in a different way. And this is where creating stuff with a partner and where I'm talking about, I say Scrum is good because Scrum is supposed to have people come together to figure out how to solve the problem. A lot of places don't do that. They do individuals. Here's your thing. You solve it. You work on it. You work alone. That's not how you get rapid transformation of a corporation. That's not how you take over a market, okay? It's good for most of the stuff you do to maintain every day. It's not good for shifting the needle, right? So most of these big corporations, they just say, 7 points per person per sprint, right? That's not how it's supposed to be. That's the machine talk, right? That's the machine of the corporation talking. What it should be. How do we use a group? What are different thoughts? Let's explore this a little bit. Let's find ways cheaper, faster, better to do this rather than do it the way we want to do it. And I had that conversation too, which I could probably do in another show that I just had the other day, yesterday afternoon with someone, because I stepped away from the problem. I saw what he was going to do, and I looked at the big picture, and I said, we can't do this. This is not the way to do this. And I came up with some alternatives, which changed the UI. And they're like, oh my God, you changed the UI. But I'm like, yeah, but I go from 16 steps to 2. If I go to 2, you get all the information you want. It doesn't look too bad. You just got to get used to it. Oh, maybe. Okay. So we'll have another conversation, UI discussion later. Yeah, I should put that in my book for another conversation. But just talking to my friend. So we're going around. He had an epiphany about something. We talked about it. Yeah, why not do this? And what is that? And we started asking questions. And then he started thinking in his mind questions. Couple. Next thing we know, we come up with a different way of packaging, right? A whole different way of selling this product line. And it's different, right? But would he have come up with it by himself? Maybe. I don't know. But working together with other human beings, it came quicker. The question is in mind, the challenging of the thought process worked. That's what Scrum's about. It's not just how many points, burn down charts. What do you want, a duck? This is his new duck, which he's missing the thing. But that's what it's about. It's about working together to solve a problem. And that's what you're supposed to do in sprint planning day. Work together, come up with some solutions, throw some ideas out there for some really good gains, rather than just say, oh, go work it, solve it yourself. That's not how it's supposed to be. Though I know a lot of places do it that way. And it's boring, actually. More fun if you get challenging. I mean, most of the work you can do by yourself, but the good problems, is this an opportunity, or any of these opportunities we have, also an opportunity for Kaizen, also for opportunity for radical change. You know what? I'm going to write that down. Where's my book? Got my book. I'm going to do a show. New questions for sprint planning. So tomorrow, on Thursday, we're going to do new questions for sprint planning, just because we're going to run out of time today. And I got to go to work. I got to actually earn some money. Don't make money off this show, that's for sure. But, it's one of those things where you ask those questions and you make radical change and produce a better product. But that's what Scrum's about. It's not about each individual person. How productive are they as individuals? That is more like Kanban, to be honest with you. XP puts everyone together, and we can talk about this, and we can go whole thing. So I had another idea, because I took off the business analyst off the keywords in this video. The business analyst goes out, meets with the customer, and talks about them. Sometimes it's really good to have the customer and the developer in the same room and talk about what the solutions are. Because one like the other day, which I should bring up as a topic, you come up with a better solution that's cheaper to maintain and to replicate year after year after year, at least until the technology evolves and takes it over anyhow. So that's just something I wanted to share with you today. Think about Scrum as a way of getting people and asking those questions so they work together to solve the problems, complex problems, right? It's about complex problems. It's not about the simple problems. Simple problems is more of a Kanban thing. I developed, I coded, I tested it. Where you get work together is more of a Scrum thing, where you get people working together, solve complex problems, figure out how to come up with an answer. It's just not about riddling off a bunch of people who don't know what they're doing in a conversation on someone telling them what to do. That's not what Scrum's about. Hi, Bubbles. You want to be on the show? Come here. We need the bubble cat. Oh, there she is. There she is. There's Bubs. Bubbles is here. She misses Betty too. Jerry was so depressed yesterday. It was so terrible. Anyway, um, it was a cry fest in the morning. Anyway, I wish you the best. I wish you happiness. Get, like our mission says, you never know what's going to happen in life. I want to help get you back to family and friends. Make the money, get the product out the door, not work those crazy hours because someone made you, do some things, which I am going to write. I got to write that down too. Do that Friday. So you can enjoy life with your family and people you know that you're going to be with the rest of your life. And with that, that was our 800th episode of the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. According to my book, that was 800. And I think in my podcast it says I already hit the 800 because I also put up when we do interviews and shows and lectures as part of the podcast too. And we are going to start the 2 programs. We're going to do interviews and I'm going to be doing Agile. State Agile is going to be like on Tuesdays. And just tech in general. And then on Thursday, we'll be interviews with other Scrum Masters and people involved in Agile. So you can hear from more than just me. We'll ask questions. Try to do a live program. Maybe I'll make it part of the meetup.com. And then people can go on Zoom. And the ones who can't make it on Zoom for that on Thursdays will just be live, right? Live in YouTube. So with that, I want to wish you all the best. Happy Scrumming. Have a great day. And I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.